Iran's government has executed a second protester. Majid Reza Ranavard was sentenced to death for waging war against God. He was hanged in public. More than 300 people have died during nearly 3 months of protest, according to the United Nations. Thousands more have sustained horrific injuries. Now, those injuries are difficult to document, but information is getting out thanks to a network of doctors. Chris Brown shows us how they're doing it and who's helping them. But he starts with the injured faces targeted by a vengeful government. They are difficult to look at, but they tell the story.
The injuries inflicted by Iranian security forces are grotesque. Flesh penetrated by shotgun pellets. Protesters deliberately shot in the face, costing them their sight. The horrendous consequences of the crackdown might go unwitnessed were it not for Iran's medical professionals. Their stories, scans, and photographs have become a crucial way of documenting the regime's abuses. We reached a doctor in Iran. For his safety, we won't identify him.
I have seen injuries, legs, hips, and face from shotgun pellets. There was one case in our hospital where a young child was shot in the face and lost both eyes.
Doctors in Iran are in a precarious position. Treating injured protesters can put their own lives in jeopardy.
My office received a call from a private number. When you receive a call from a private number, that means it's a call from intelligence services. So yes, we are at risk.
The case of Dr. Hamid Hassanlou and his wife Farzana is deeply troubling. A radiologist, he was tortured and sentenced to death, allegedly for killing a government militia member. She faces a heavy prison sentence.
He is a great radiologist, helped many people.
Vancouver internal medicine specialist Dr. Saeed Zavare has been acting as a conduit for supporters of Dr. Hassanlou and other Iranian doctors.
I have seen eye injuries more than 50 only by me, and in US they have a big database that around 1,000 cases reported.
Zavare says leaving people disfigured for life is deliberate.
So that's the horror, that's the terrorizing people who don't want something more than freedom.
British dentist Nader Falla is also part of the vast and expanding international network of healthcare professionals who've united against the Iranian regime. The hope is such international pressure can further isolate the regime and hasten its demise.
The more we become the voice of Iran, and with the obvious atrocities against humanity and crimes against humanity, we find that there's more action with our European allies and friends.
But with 2 executions in 5 days and countless other examples of brutality, Iran's leaders are signaling that what the rest of the world thinks doesn't matter. Chris Brown, CBC News, London.